own a property, and on this property, the person just purchased this whole property. On this old property is an old boat. This is the first time coming out here ever. I've never even been out here on my dirt bike. But he gave me this old boat. He said all I gotta do is cut the trees out and take it home. I might ask him if I could have this old hood too. Look at that. Tractor hood. There's a bunch of stuff out here. But this is what I came out here to look at. Not what I was supposed to be looking at. Got tongue on it. Appears to have 5 lugs. This is my next project. I'm gonna completely restore this old ass boat. It's got a cabin, if you can see, and I've never looked in it or at it. I gotta watch out for snakes. My friend, he said, don't go out there yet, I wanna go with you. I just heard a cat. Did you hear the cat? It doesn't have a boat motor on it. It's got this big old sail up there. I thought it had a boat motor. It's a sailboat. A boat for sailing on the open winds. Which is pretty nice. I've never owned a sailboat. I would probably cry because I'd get to the other side of the lake and, well, it's the dang truth. How the hell do you get home? Now, this is super cool. I'm afraid to stand up here, and I don't think nobody has in quite some time. It's got steps. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is the restoration project. I'm gonna fix this bad boy up. It's all fiberglass. Probably scary snakes. Some cabin space. Yeah, she's a beauty. I'm gonna paint it. It'll have a front end that fades to yellow and flame jobs, and the whole back end will be jet black. Not really. Look at these handles though. Look at that. It's been out. This boat's been here since I was a child, an infant child. But I have a boat motor at the house, and I envisioned I would mount it to the back. I just found out that that's not a boat motor spot, but that this is a sailboat. This roof here slides backwards and closes the hatch. Which keeps the rain out while you're sleeping. This is going to be such a cool project. Sand and paint. Sand and primer and paint. Marine paint or something. And it's got footsteps, so you could stand up on the top of it and jump off and swim, maybe. Sunbathe. This is going to be very exciting. I sound like a fucking dork, but this is like my life's dream right here. And can you look at it, man? It's one of my shoes is 12 inches. This is like 30 foot long. Look at the trees. They've grown up in it. To get this boat out, he gave it to me. He said all I gotta do is get it out of here. He stopped me on the side of the road last night, asked me when I was going to get this boat out of here, and I told him, I asked him if he was serious, and he said, yeah. Quite the fixer-upper. This, they don't even have a rope attached. Look at that, it's not even on the thing, it's just there. So he said you don't want to tonight. When he gave it to me last night, and I talked to him a little bit before, he said the ground was too wet. But the truth is, the ground's not really wet except for this one spot right here. But if we were just going to back up and hook to it, we'd go out this way, straight out. It is a little bit damp right here, but not bad. And then we take a right. He's got another boat over there. Small tractor stuff. He made a good deal. This is good land. But, so my friend has a Makita. It's battery powered tree trim sawzall thing. Where I'm at. He's at look, it's the tail rudder. So yeah, it's got the little pins where it slides in. So there's a window there to look out. There's windows on the side that still got the windows. But think about it this way. Do you see that trailer that's under there? It's got flats on it. But the way I think of it, I think it's going to be a super cool project, but also, even if it's not, even if I just fix it up, like wash it and sand it and paint it, I don't know, I'm a cowboy. You see this step right here that has the metal plate so you can climb in and out? That boat motor I got would mount right there. But however taxes are, does it have a motor? And if you say yeah, you have to pay more or some shit and have insurance. It's gonna be a pretty cool sailboat or something. And this thing apparently is that's where the steering thing would slide in, so you could sit in the back and steer it. This bar will probably detach for transportation or whatever. Long story short, I told him I was thinking, look at the tree is under there. What I had stated was it's gonna get a winch, run it out backwards, because the road's right there. But looking at it in further detail, I'll probably just cut all the little trees off and have it towed out the front. So like, while I'm cutting trees down, bring the air tank out here and see if I can put air in the tires. My uncle's little truck, what I mean is envisioning and planning this day, I thought it was a boat that was like that long. I'd never seen it. It's actually, like, I thought it was itty bitty because all I ever seen was from the road, the back of it. And I asked the new owners what they were going to do with all this junk out here. And they were talking about how they were having to haul it all off. The owner guy stopped me last night and asked me when I was going to get the boat out of there, and I was like, well, you didn't say I could have it. He said, I'm telling you, you can. All you got to do is trim them trees and get it out. So, about where I'm at. But my friend Doug is going to come out here and we're going to look at it together. And I'm probably going to start here. So I'll just start at the front and cut trees out because he wants them all cleared. I won't cut that tree down, but I'll cut the ones right there out. It's assessment time because I could get started on it today is what I was getting at. And go watch out for snakes, that's for sure. And then on this side, this big tree would have to go so the fender on that side could clear it when we pull forward, and all them other little trees. I almost walked into this big spider web. Oh yeah, and right here's real boggy. This side of the boat's all wet, the ground is. But like, see them trees there? Even though they're at the back of the boat, we don't want to damage it, right? So I'll go ahead and try to cut them trees out. I got saws and I got axes, and I have my friend that has a battery powered sawzall. He wants to come out here in a little while and look at it with me. I've wanted to get an eye for it, and it's not what I thought it was. If anything, I thought it was more like that one over there. And I was envisioning rebuilding the boat motor I got at the house that used to be my grandfather's, and I was going to restore it and then get this really old boat and have like this really cool classic thing at the house. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm more excited because it's like having a camper, right? Technically. You could add solar panels and little futuristic advances in technology, you know what I mean? Battery powered stuff. Air conditioners, shit like that. Power inverters. So it could have air conditioning in it within the next 5 or 10 years. So I'm actually super excited, and I'll turn the volume off on my side. I'll like turn all the volume down. I'll just watch and check it out and look at it. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go home, and then my friend Doug's going to call, and I got to pick him up. After that, we're going to drive over here and look at it. But after that, I'm going to see if I can get in touch with my grandparents. Not my grandparents, my dad, who has a truck, but his truck uses a bunch of gas. For him to do a freebie is, if I'm broke down, he might. But that's about where I'm at, is not wanting to lose the boat, but financially being able to actually physically have it towed. So it's not bad. This old grill, I'm gonna ask him about it. It looks like it goes to a tractor, but that's the hood. Possibly. I'm gonna install that on my old, it looks like a nose. See his nose? His little eyeball. Great. That's how I actually physically feel sometimes. I'm like, what? Oh, that's cool. Anyways, that is the boat, and I'm gonna take some pictures of it when I come back with my friend. There's a bunch of pallets there, a bunch of fence posts. Giant garage door would be a keeper. They already hauled a bunch of stuff out of here. I like antique stuff, like the little boxes and stuff. The big garage door would be cool. But I didn't never see this sign. There's a sign there, 10 acres for sale. And I've never seen the for sale sign. I was thinking I might would've. Alright man, made it back to the car. Y'all have a good day.